So nice to see you all. Welcome to morning weekend yoga. And just a heads up, I will be here next Saturday also. The following Saturday, I have a conflict, but next Saturday, I will also be teaching and hopefully I'll see you there. So take a moment to find a comfortable seat and ground yourself wherever you are in the world in this moment, finding your root and your steady. And as you send your sit bones and ischial spines downward into whatever is beneath you, grow the crown of your head to the sky, taking in a big, deep breath. Exhale, drop your shoulders, soften in, and just take a moment here to notice how you feel in this moment. And my invitation for today's class is pausing and reflecting. Nicheng and I recorded a podcast yesterday on mid-year reflections and this idea of pausing to notice and pausing to integrate and marinate on where you are, where you'd like to be going, and a lot of positivity and non-judgment about how you got here, and excitement and inspiration about what might be ahead. And so I thought that would be fun to explore in yoga. As many of you know, I like to explore themes in yoga because when we're breathing and when we're relaxed, we have more access to different thoughts and feelings and changes and shifts and alchemy. And so this idea of thinking about some of these questions as we practice is my offering today. And so taking in a big breath of energy and hope and inspiration into your nose and letting go any of that sludge and heaviness out through your mouth. And taking a moment to flip your palms open on your thighs. And with the hands in a receptive position, considering this mid-year moment halfway through this year of 2025. Almost makes me laugh to say that. But simply noticing how far you've come with your hands open, with this idea of being receptive and thoughtful and open to whatever comes up. Perhaps this idea of what you have done well so far this year. And the question is more specific, what have you done well this year? Maybe it's coming to yoga. Maybe it's taking pauses and time off and resting. Maybe it's trying something new. Let it be little things and big things. Maybe it's an approach or a mindset shift, or maybe it's letting go of something that's out of your control. But considering what you have done well, not what you haven't done well, not what you still need to do, but what have you done well? And let the definition of well be your own definition, not what other people would think you've done well, but what has felt good to you, what you've loved, what has felt meaningful, purposeful, maybe what has made you happy or made a contribution. What matters to you? What have you done well about those things? Taking in a big, deep breath, letting out any judgments or any thoughts of what you still haven't done. And taking a moment here to shift your thoughts to what has gone well, not what you've done well, but what has gone well outside of you. We are all so very aware of things that have not gone well this year. Letting those be with a softness and potentially a sadness or potentially an anger, not disregarding those feelings, but focusing your attention on what has gone well. Maybe something has gone well for one of your children or family member or you. Maybe you have a lot of tomatoes growing and that has gone well. Maybe part of it's you've done it well, or part of it it's gone well on its own. But recognizing what has gone well, acknowledging it, letting it seep into the nooks and crannies. Let it be seen, appreciated, and acknowledged. And if you need or want to add in your contribution to those things that have gone well, let that be seen, acknowledged, and noticed. And the next invitation is to think about what's working well in your life. What might you like to keep doing? What's feeling good? What are you loving? What are you enjoying? What feels good in your body, in your spirit? Noticing any tension or resistance to focusing on all of this positive. Let it feel good. Allowing it to seep into all the nooks and crannies. What have you done well? What has gone well? What's working? What do you love? What is making you happy? What contributions have you made that feel really good? And we'll bring a hand to heart and another hand atop, pausing here to let all that goodness settle into your heart space and your chest. And from that heart space, thinking about what your future self, you in January or December, will wish you had directed your attention to now. Maybe what you might like to do more of over the next few months or less of. Not in a judgmental way, but what will your future self wish you had focused on, focused your attention on, set your intention towards, not a goal, but energetic, the tone and energy. How will that version of you wish you had moved through the world for whatever's coming in this second half? And the invitation today is sort of the mid-year mark of the year, but it might be the middle of something else. For me, it's the middle of my 50s, I'm realizing, smack in the middle, before I move on to the second half shortly. But it could be the middle of something else. And it doesn't have to be the middle. Any time can be a time to pause and reflect. And I like to think of integrating or marinating, letting all of this float around. There isn't a right answer. You don't have to solve it, but letting it marinate in yoga as you shift and move and be and experience, because that's when the epiphanies and the clarity and the inner knowing is able to come to the surface. So setting that intention or allowing the invitation of letting things to percolate and bubble, saute, what do you call it? Simmer on the stove. Sending yourself kindness and compassion. Setting an intention to consider it all with non-judgment. Wherever you are is where you're meant to be. And allowing the good stuff to also be there with intention, knowing that our brains are fantastic at seeing the not as positive. So what would you like more of? What have you done well? What's gone well? What's working? Learning from those, moving forward in a more strengths-based rather than deficiency-based way of thinking. And letting that be part of your physical practice, remembering that when we embody and experience these things, that's where they stick and last and are there when we need them. Taking in another big deep breath, pressing the hand into the heart space, releasing some oxytocin, exhaling, letting go, rubbing the top hand, melting a bit of cortisol. We all need a bit less cortisol in life these days. Enjoying that noticing if that works for you, maybe something you'd like more of. And when you feel ready, bring hands together, creating some heat and energy and forward movement and attention. Bring the palms to your heart center. Thumbs will press into your sternum, elbows out wide, pressing your hands together, fingers pressing against one another, and taking a moment to set your own intention around whatever's bubbled up so far. There's no right intention or wrong intention. It can just be to integrate, marinate, pause, reflect, simmer, whatever you choose. There's no right or wrong. Taking in a big deep breath to set that intention where you'd like to direct your attention to. And a huge out breath, lowering hands and opening your eyes, and just shake it out a little bit. And we'll inhale our arms up to the sky, right thumb and middle finger, grab the left wrist, shimmy your waist, grow tall, stretch as tall as your body wishes. Exhale, tip rightward, entire left side body stretches. Inhale, come back to center, switch hands, and tip leftward. Let this be just a soft, slight stretch to start. Coming back to center, interlacing your fingers, slight arch back, and round forward. Press your palms all the way towards me, towards the front. Let your head fall, opening up every nook and cranny of the back body. Enjoy the movement and the stretch, especially if you're about to get on a plane. Inhaling tall. Exhale, tip left. Use your belly here. Let the movements be intentional. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Release your hands. Twist leftward. Lower your hand, one behind you, one on the left knee. Inhale, grow tall. You can press your fist into the floor or on a block. Grow as tall as you can. Exhale, twist a little more leftward. Let it feel good. Inhale, grow tall. The twists are spine lengtheners. Breathing in what's gone well, what you might like more of. And exhaling, blowing out things that might be getting in your way, that you'd like less of, you'd like to leave behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist once more, wrapping yourself a little bit further, stretching a little more than maybe feels comfortable, but not injuring yourself. Relax, come back to center, and a quick counter twist the other way. Coming back to center, raise your arms, have a shimmy. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Root to the fingertips. Exhale, twist rightward, left hand on the right thigh, hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall as you can. Letting yourself shine to the sky, to that hopefully midsummer sun. Exhale, wring it out. Massage your insides. I love that saying. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, let your spine enjoy this. Let it feel good. Let this be an act of sort of breathing in the good and exhaling what you'd like to leave behind. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, open your arms wide. Find your sit bones if you're not steady, and wrapping them into an eagle pose. Elbows to shoulder height, and pause here. Enjoy the interscapular space. Inhale, lift up a smidge. Exhale, come to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up a smidge. Exhale, back to shoulder height. Press your elbows against each other. Notice that subtle, significant twist, shift. Big breath in, lift up. Exhale, round forward. Your elbows will come towards your belly. Release. Let it be a huge round head dropping fold. And take a moment here with eyes closed to integrate, allowing things to move, allowing things to be as they are. Big inhale to honor what's gone well, what's working. And exhaling, breathing it out. The breath is a form of alchemy and shifting. Breathing in, letting the oxygen spread all around. Exhale, roll a little farther forward, perhaps a little more than usual. Enjoy your lower back. Inhale, lift up. untangle. Press your hands into the side walls as if you're that eagle flying. Flex your wrists, pinch your scapula together. Let the shifts happen and release. Squeeze your fists really tight and flick your hands 4 or 5 times, waking up your arms. Pause when that feels complete. Wrists flexed. Point your fingers to the ground. Wrists flexed. Gaze leftward. Come back to center. Gaze rightward. Look at your fingernails. Come back to center and wrap your arms in the opposite direction this time. Coming into eagle arms, pause. Let go of any judgment. If it's more tight on this side, if it doesn't feel as good, maybe you have less wiggle room than usual, maybe you can't touch your hands, or maybe it's easy. Doesn't matter. Just let it be exactly how it is, honoring the moment as it is. What your body can do in this moment. Lift your elbows up a smidge, down to shoulder height. Lifting up a smidge, down to shoulder height. Press elbows in opposite direction. Release. Inhale up and round forward. Drop your head and neck and round further than usual. Letting your crown of your head fall, your neck release, even shaking the head if there's tightness, yes and no, or side to side. Maybe even waggling your arms a little side to side to open up little nooks and crannies that might be stale and closed. Inhale, lift up and untangle. Lower your hands, shrug your shoulders up, pinching them towards your ears, your occiput into the shoulders. Have a little rock, squeezing a little tighter than usual, and dropping your shoulders, letting it melt. Enjoying the endorphins, the shifts, the tingles, allowing it to happen, letting yourself enjoy the moment, let it integrate, alchemize, marinate, whatever you want to call it. I love all those words. With intention, noticing how that works. And we will spread our legs wide, both of them, tipping forward, hinge at the waist, find your ischial spines, and walk your hands forward. As your hands plant on the earth, flex your ankles, spread your toes, walk them forward another couple of inches. Spread your toes wide, lots of energy shifting, allowing the energy to shift. Maybe rock a little, maybe walk a little further than usual. Stretching yourself, lengthening yourself. See if you can point your toes and flex your ankles. And one more smidge forward. Don't overdo it, but enjoying the stretch and the energy. Closing eyes and noticing the good, what feels good, what's working. Walking your hands back up towards your groin. You're going to bring them behind you. Plant your fingers into the floor. Pick up your hips and slide forward an inch or two. Find your sit bones. Press your palms into the earth. Let your heart shine forward. Your head reaches to the sky. Flex ankles, toes spread wide, everything engaged. Wiggling toes. And point your toes and flex your ankles. Relax your feet. And you're going to reach both arms up to the sky. Twist leftward. Your right hand will come on the outer left thigh. Your left hand will wrap all the way around into the right hip crease. Inhale, grow tall. Use your belly here to take good care of yourself. And exhale, twist a little further leftward once again. Noticing your very stable core and center. Inhale, grow tall. Breathing in. And exhale, wringing it out. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, twist rightward. And lower hand on the outer right thigh, and left hand twists into the right, right hand twists into the left hip crease, and gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, grow tall. Notice if you folded forward like I have, and sit up, draw your back shoulder down, and gaze over. Notice the view. Notice something beautiful over there. Inhale, grow tall, reconnecting to this idea of what you've done well, how far you've come. Not so much how far you have to go, but what's happened already. Appreciating it, acknowledging it, allowing a bit of satisfaction and contentment. Untangle. And you'll bring your right sole of the foot into the left inner thigh. You'll bring your hand behind your right hip and lift up into Wild Thing, enjoying an amazing stretch. Let it feel good. Outer left foot reaches to the stone or the floor, stretching your body, rolling your wrist. Let this feel good. Be kind to yourself. Coming back down to a seat, you'll place your hand down the left thigh, reach your right arm over, use your belly here, stretch. Coming back upright, twist leftward and fold. Your right hand will come to the outer left thigh and your left hand will wrap into the hip crease. Drop your head, let it feel good. 2 more breaths here. Closing eyes, listening. Sliding back up that left thigh, you'll switch sides. Your right leg will extend, left sole of the foot comes to the inner right thigh, and we'll lift up to Wild Thing on this side. Drop your knee and stretch. Enjoy. Let it feel really, really good. Enjoy your armpit, your fingers, the outer edge of the right foot. Noticing everything that's touching the earth, noticing everything that is stretching, rolling wrists. Let this be juicy and feel good, and notice what works, what feels good. Lowering your hips, and you'll slide your right hand down your right leg, reach over. Enjoy the left side body. Coming back upright, both hands, twist to the right, and enjoy that opening. Your right hand can come into the left hip crease. Your body middle might feel very different now than when we started. Untangling, coming back to center, and you'll stretch both legs long in front now. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Flex your ankles, slide forward into an easy forward fold, not too far. Hands will be on the shins, ankles flexed, toes stretched wide. Inhale and slide forward a wee bit more. Allow the energy to shift. Closing eyes, noticing. Huge breath in, filling yourself up with the good stuff, thinking about it that way. The breath, the good energy, the positive thoughts, not Pollyanna, not letting the others not be seen, but just giving yourself some time to focus on the good without fear that it will all fall apart. Big breath in. Slide down a little bit further. Can you reach your toes? Can you allow more energetic shifts? Can you bang your knees a little bit? Let it feel good. And we will slide up our shins. And if you can, slide all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, rock, massage your back. Come into a happy baby. Draw your knees towards the floor. Stretch one leg and then the other. And maybe both. And you'll bring the soles of your feet together, bring your heels to your groin, and enjoy an inner thigh stretch. Wake up. And lower your feet to the floor. Plant your hands on the side. We're going to come into a bridge early on here. Plant your palms on the floor, press into your feet and lift up. Undo the back body. Shimmy your shoulders underneath. Grab your mat, tug it towards you. Lift your hips as high as you can. Lift up onto your tippy toes even higher. Enjoy the back body waking up. Lower your heels. Maybe lift your right foot off the ground if you can, raising it to the sky and lowering it. You choose. If this is too much for your back, don't do it. Switch sides and lower it down. Lift your hips up even higher. Shimmy your shoulders under a little bit more and allow the shifts here. Your back body engaged, your glutes engaged, your knees energetically connecting. Gaze up above. What do you see? Untuck your shoulders, unroll your spine to the floor, and pause here for a minute. Let it integrate. Let it feel good. And we'll be knock-kneed. Bring your feet to the outer edge of the mat. Raise your arms overhead. Drop your knees to the right. Let your body twist here. Stretch the left psoas, the left hip flexor. Bring your knees back together and switch to the other side. Enjoy the stretch, waking up your body, enjoying what works. Come back to center and you'll stretch your legs along. We're going to roll up right onto our belly for fun and come into Sphinx pose. Your elbows will be directly under shoulders, palms flat, curl your toes and gaze forward. Engage your lower back. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Anterior hip bones pressed into the earth. Filling your chest with breath. Try to draw your shoulders down a little bit so you're not all squinchy. Breathing in and gaze at the view. Notice what you see. Maybe little butterflies, sparkles of sunlight, leaves, or something on the wall. And notice if your brain is looking at something that needs an action. Can you let that go and notice something that looks like it's going well? It's working well. You'll curl your toes and press back into child's pose. Undo your lower back here. Reach your hands all the way forward. Stretch and enjoy. Your forehead is going to be on the earth. 3 deep breaths. Just checking in, perhaps reflecting on those questions, and noticing where judgment might come up and letting it float away. Instead, notice on what you've done well, what's going well, what's working, and what your future self would recommend you do more of. Or less of. What would she recommend you focus your attention on? When that feels complete, come back to tabletop and we'll press up to downward dog. Hang out in downward dog. Enjoy it. Let it feel good. Stretch what needs stretching. And then when that feels good, shift your weight forward to plank pose and pause at the top of the push-up. Find your steady. Notice what's working here. And we're going to shift to side plank because I like it. Drop your heels to the right, reach your left hand to the sky, and enjoy a stretch. If you want to stretch your hand over, you can do that. If you want to reach it to the sky, you can do that. And we'll come back to center and switch over to the other side. Evening yourself out, roll your wrist if it needs any rolling, reach your arm over if that feels good. Coming back to center, back to plank. And we'll shift forward, lower down chaturanga to the earth. Inhale for a low cobra, gaze forward. Exhale, lower down, curl your toes, and press up and back to downward dog again. Breathing. Ground into the right foot. Raise your left leg to 3-legged dog. Roll your ankle. Inhale. And gently bring your knee to nose, rounding your back. Stretch back. Raise your foot. Inhale, round, knee to nose, shifting forward. Lift your foot up. We'll do that one more time. And reach your foot to the sky. Release your head, shaking your head, letting it go, releasing your ankle. Inhale. Exhale, gently bring your foot between your hand. We're going to come into a high lunge. You may need to widen your feet. And take a moment when you arrive to find steady, or not, as the case may be. And you can laugh at yourself if you can't find steady. Bringing hands to heart center to help you find steady. Bend that front knee a little more, sending kindness to the right hip flexor. With hands at your sternum, straight your front knee, and bend deeply. Straight your front knee, and bend deeply. Once more, straight your front knee and bend it. Hinge at the waist, and you'll hook your right elbow onto the left knee, coming into a twist, if that works for you. If you want to put your hand on the ground, you can do that. Press your back heel towards the back. Enjoy a little calf stretch here. And try to breathe. Remembering to breathe even when you're twisted up like a pretzel. Coming back to center, rising up. Reach your arms to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Your pointer fingers will reach to the sky. Straight that front knee once again. And bend it. This is a little more balanced. Straight and bend. Noticing what resources you can use. What else can you engage to help you balance? Straight and bend. Pause here. Find steady. Gently tip your pointer fingers to the left and send some love to the right hip flexor. It's a tiny movement. Coming back to center, tip your pointer fingers to the right. Once again, tiny movement. Notice the shifts. Come back to center. Open your arms wide. Reclasp them at your sacrum. Shoulders down and back. Heart shines forward. Press your heel back, the back heel. Straight your front knee and bend it. Staying focused, drawing your attention on purpose inward. One more, straight and bend. Release your hands and you'll bring them to heart center. Hop your back foot forward and we'll tip forward into warrior three here. I'm going to end up in the tree, it looks like. Raise your back leg. You can roll your ankle. You can stretch your arms to fly. Do what feels good here. See if you can square your hips if you're off center. That will likely engage your left glute a little bit more. Bringing your hands to your hips. Gently rise up. Drop your toe to the ground and shift forward back into warrior three. Lower your foot, drop your heel, cartwheel open to warrior two here. Make it a really long warrior two. Bend your knee, sinking in. Lift up all 5 front toes and lower them down. Flip your front palm up, tip backwards into peaceful, graceful warrior. Let it feel good. Stretch the armpit and the intercostal spaces. Let your back fingers drop all the way into the popliteal fascia. Wiggle your fingers. Cartwheel forward into side angle. Stretch up into elegant, graceful, peaceful warrior. And once more into side angle. Coming back to warrior two. Straight your front knee, tip your hands forward, coming into Trikonasana. You can grab a block if you want. Inside or outside of your foot, you choose. Bend your front, straight your front knee, sorry. Right hand reaches to the sky. Draw your elbow back a little, gaze upward if you have room. Let it feel really good. If you wish, reach your right arm over your right ear. If it's fun, you can pick up your left hand as well. Lower your left hand, reach your right arm to the sky, and rise back up. Bend your front knee, and you'll cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Coming into pyramid pose, you'll hop your back foot forward and enjoy a release of that front leg, perhaps shifting weight back and forth. You can use a block if you have one. If that feels good, you choose. Taking a moment here to notice how it feels. And in this moment where lots of energy is shifting, things are releasing and moving, pondering those reflection questions, noticing that you are integrating and marinating the movements, the cells are open. And what might you like to carry with you? You may tack one hip back, the other hip forward, shift the hips a little, and just notice how it feels. Move the block out of the way. You'll hop your back foot forward. Feet about as wide as the mat. Sink your hips way back. We're going to come into chair pose. Bring hands to heart. Sink way back. Lift up your toes. You're on your heels and the four corners of your feet. And your knees are farther out than usual. Lower toes. Sink back a little more. Noticing the energetic shifts. Noticing what's working. Lower hands, shoot your hips to the sky, drop your head, shake it. Inhale and unroll up to stand. Your head will be the last to rise. And take a moment in Tadasana or mountain pose to be a graceful mountain. I went for a hike this morning up on a mountain, and the morning mountains are very peaceful, sleepy, graceful, kind of all-knowing, wise. If you were peaceful, graceful, all-knowing, and wise, what would you know? And the you 6 months from now, she's that peaceful, graceful, all-knowing, wise mountain, unfazed by most things. What would she recommend? And when things have equilibrated and accommodated, giving it enough time to do that. I remember in many yoga classes I would go to, we'd come right out of mountain pose and I wouldn't be done. So don't come out until you're done. Bring your hands to heart center for a moment. Press your palms into your sternum and take a moment to suss out whether you're done. Lift up your 5 toes on each foot, root them down, open eyes. Lower hands, and you'll reach your arms out and up, slight arch back, palms come together, and we will drip forward, forward fold. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, lower down. Plant your hands, step back to downward dog. Pause here. Spread your fingers wide, your palms nice and steady. Take a moment. Shake your head loose. Upside down, thinking about some of those questions. Setting aside the time to do the integration and the reflection. And when you're upside down, things look and feel different. Are you on the track that feels good to you, a track you want to be on? Gaze at the view between your legs, see if there's any wisdom there. Noticing the energy running up and down the legs. Bend the left knee straight, the right heel towards the floor, and switch sides. Come back to center. Narrow your dog a bit, and you'll reach your left hand to the right ankle and gaze under the right armpit. Checking out the view, enjoying the shifts, and switch sides. Right hand comes to the left ankle, gaze under the left armpit. Come back to center. Lengthen your dog, shift your weight forward into plank, and we'll come down chaturanga, lowering knees to the floor. Inhale for low cobra or up dog, you choose. And press back to downward dog, letting your back enjoy the move and the shift. Remembering that sometimes the movement allows us to see things differently. Plant the left sole of your foot into the earth, raise your right leg. Huge inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Shoot that foot up to the sky. Let this be kind of fun. Let your back enjoy the movement. Shoot your foot back up to the sky. Knee to nose, round your back and shoot it up to the sky. Roll your ankle, engaging your glute. Everything is working here. Notice if you're all lopsided or wonky and even things out. Will help you balance. Pause. Big inhale, stretch your foot towards the back. Foot is flexed. Exhale, bring your foot between your hands. Come up to that high lunge. Widen your feet. And notice when you arrive how you feel here. Finding steady. Your back heel will be off the ground. Your hands will come to heart center. Thumbs at the sternum. Bend your front knee. And straighten. And bend that front knee. And straighten. And once more, bend your knee. And straighten. Reach your arms up to the sky. Your fingers will interlace. Your pointer fingers will go to the sky. Have a little shimmy. Front knee was bent. Inhale. Exhale, tip leftward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tip rightward. Come back to center. Find steady. Straight your front knee. And bend it. And straight the front knee. And bend it. And once more, straight that front knee. And bend it. Bring your hands back to heart center. Release them. Reclasp them at the sacrum. Shoulders down and back. For a moment, drop your chin. Bring it back to center and straight that front knee. And bend it. And straight. And bend. And pause. When that feels complete, you can let it be complete. Bring your hands to heart center. Pressing them together, shift halfway, forward, hinge at the waist. Hook your elbow. And come into that high lunge twist. And spend a little time here taking good care of your calf, your left calf. It might need a little unkinked rocking. If it's not happy, give it some attention. Paying attention, doing a little body scan here to see if anything needs attention. Coming back to center, lift upright. Re-steady your feet. You're going to come into the warrior three. You may want to bring your right foot a little more center, hands to heart center, and you'll shift your weight forward, coming to fly. Hands pressing into the sternum for balance to start. You may wish to bring them behind you or out to the side. You choose. Let it be a little fun. Roll your ankle. Bring your hands back to heart center and lower that toe to the earth, rising up and lower back down to warrior three. Notice your hips if they're wonky and try to even them out. Little micro shifts. You'll lower your back foot to the ground, coming into the warrior two. Cartwheel your arms open, wiggle your front toes forward, and pause here for a minute. Long warrior two. Adjust your feet, little micro movements. Notice the front knee. If it's moving inward, bring it outward. Engage the outer edge of your right hip. Flip your front palm up, tip backwards to pace. Graceful warrior. Coming back to warrior two. Tip back up to graceful warrior. This time we'll fold forward to side angle, which is what I meant to say last time. Enjoy the left side body. And cartwheel back to peaceful warrior. And we'll flow forward once again. Stretch, enjoy, moving not very fast. And cartwheel back to peaceful warrior. Coming back to warrior two. Lower your hands and come to pyramid pose. Grab your block if you want it. And spend some time with the back of that right leg. You may wish to fold forward and rise up to a half lift or stay where you are. You choose. When that feels complete, you'll bring your front foot to meet the back foot to meet the front foot and come into a forward fold. You can use the block or just release your back, widen your feet, have a sway, let your lower back undo. Your hands can be on the ground, you can grasp elbows. Try it all to see what your body needs today. Lowering hands, we're going to come down onto our knees, kind of in a hands and knees. You're going to curl your toes under. We're going to come up to broken toe, and you'll curl your toes under, even the pinky toe, and you'll lean back on towards your heels and enjoy the stretch between your toes. Letting that shifting happen, potentially shifting your weight around, noticing all those amazing feelings, letting energy shift, muscles and cells adapt, lift up when you've had enough, and you'll lower down once more for a little bit. Move the block out of the way if it happens to be in the way in front of you. And when this feels complete, bring your hands to the ground and bang out your feet. Banging things into the earth, letting go of anything you'd like to leave from the first half of the year, maybe the resistance to reality, maybe frustration with other people who aren't behaving like you think they should, or just the world is not cooperating. Maybe have a little extra bang and come to stillness. Take a moment to find steady in your hands and knees. You're going to raise your left hand to the sky, thread it through, come to thread the needle, stretch out the right shoulder, left ear is going to come to the floor, and you reach your right arm long and gaze under the right armpit. Any reflections or thoughts here? Mid-year wisdom. And it doesn't really matter that it's mid-year. It's a moment to pause and reflect. It's a natural point, but not because you want to make sure you get somewhere by the end of the year, but to make sure you're aligned and on track and in touch with what is working, not missing out on the good stuff, appreciating it, acknowledging it, noticing it. Bring your right hand back by your face, untangle, stretch your left hand to the sky, and we'll come back to tabletop. Have a waggle, have a cat-cow or two, and come back to tabletop. Reach your right arm to the sky, thread the needle, and enjoy the right ear on the ground. Stretch your left leg long, your left hand long, sorry. And breathe. Bring your left hand by your face, untuck Reach your right arm to the sky. Bring your hand back to the floor. We're going to come forward into Sphinx pose once again. Be kind to your lower back here. Engage your glutes. Press all 5 fingers on each hand into the floor. Press the front of your hips into the floor, the tops of your feet into the floor. You may close your eyes or keep them open, allowing things to integrate here again. Once again in this pose, it's kind of like once again it's July or once again it's summer. And just noticing here, maybe what feels different, what's working. Letting your heart shine forward and gazing ahead. Where are you headed? What's your intention? What might you like more of, less of? What's working? What are you doing well? And when that feels complete, you'll bring your hands under you, shift back to child's pose, and you stretch your arms forward long and lower your forehead. Pause here. Pause and reflect. And allow whatever bubbles up here to bubble up. Lots of physiologic shifts might mean that something interesting bubbles into your consciousness here. Let it float in. You don't have to do anything about it. Just let it be seen. Walk your hands to the left, right hand atop the left hand. Root your right hip backwards. Walk your hands to the right. Left hip goes backwards. And come back to center once more, stretching long, long, long. And you'll slowly bring your hands by your face, lifting up to a seat. Sweep your feet around in front, and we'll come to lie down once again. If you have a block, you can keep it near you. And if you don't, no worries. When you arrive, have your knees bent. Take a moment here to accommodate, melt into the floor, untuck anything that needs untucking. Knock your knees together, bring your arms overhead, and enjoy a few windshield wipers here. Moving in both directions slowly. Some of you it'll be more quickly, some of you it'll be really slow. Some of you might pause on one side and only do one side and the other. You do what works for you. Come back to center and untuck anything that needs untucking. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, a hand to heart and a hand to belly. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. There's lots of names for all the poses in yoga. And there isn't a right way to call something. Letting your hand on your heart, take a listen. Letting your hand on your belly, take a listen. Listening to those inner desires, your inner thoughts and feelings, your heart chakra, your root chakra, your solar plexus, all those things have wisdom that most of us move through life without paying any attention to. Allowing yourself to connect with your own energy. When our internal energy is strong, we are less waffled and blown around by external energy. Reconnecting to that within you. Let it guide you as you move forward in this second half of 2025. Perhaps the intention is to simply connect more to your internal knowing, your internal wisdom, and to have your own energy be intentional. To be responsive and proactive and intentional rather than reacting and blowing in the breezes of who knows what. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your knees. Draw your knees together. And squeeze into a ball if that's comfortable for you. Your knees will come to your chest. Your forehead will come to your knees. Squeezing as absolutely tight as you can. Squeezing your face. Squeezing everything. Tight, 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 tight. And slowly unroll. Stretch your legs long, your arms overhead. Enjoy a huge stretch in all directions. Exhale, let it out. Stretch your right hand and your right foot long. And stretch the left hand and left foot long. Come back to center. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your hands long above you. Toes long in front. Exhale, release. Bring your hands by your sides. Let your feet flop open in whatever feels good for a Shavasana. If you wish to put a bolster under your knees, do that. If you wish to do Supta Baddha Konasana, do that. If you need a blanket, do that. You can do minimalist. You can also do it with knees bent if your lower back is cranky, or if you have a block and you want to do a supported bridge with the block on the lowest setting for your Shavasana, do that. Take a moment here. Take in a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Once more, in through your nose. And as you exhale long and smooth, let yourself settle into the earth, letting the ground beneath you hold you, letting your breath breathe on its own, letting go of control, letting go of control of all the things, letting the thoughts float in and float out, and allowing yourself here the ultimate pause to integrate, to marinate, to let the work of on your mat this morning seep into every nook and cranny, taking some time for rest, recovery, rejuvenation, Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes and enjoy a delicious, nutritious, nourishing, nurturing, rejuvenating stretch, however it looks to you. Moving in whatever way your body would like to wake up. And then take a moment to roll over to one side, potentially curling in a ball. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. I like to call this the yoga bliss moment. just appreciating the energetic shifts, the physiologic shifts, and noticing how your nervous system can feel. Call it whatever you'd like. Yoga Journal called it yoga stoned. I got an email yesterday. That was funny. So, whatever it is, yoga bliss, take a moment to acknowledge it, enjoy it, and maybe capture it a bit. Let yourself soak in it and marinate in it. And let whatever thoughts come to pass here be seen. Slowly making your way up to a comfortable seat. And bringing a hand to heart and another hand to top. Taking a moment here to honor your journey thus far, whether it's this year, in this decade, in this life, all the things. And setting your own intention for how you might like to move forward. Not with a goal, but with the energy. Maybe it's simply doing more of what's working, what you're doing well, noticing what's going well, but letting that be seen, and an invitation to maybe take a few minutes and write down some notes. And maybe hopefully your part of your plan is to do more yoga with me. That would be fun for me and you. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. The light in me reflects and honors the light in each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful week, and hopefully a beautiful second half of the year ahead. If nothing else, notice the beauty that is in that second half. Celebrate it, acknowledge it. Notice what's working, notice what's going well.